Thanks for tuning into our seller interview series. Today we've got an e-commerce and dropshipping business in the apparel and accessories niche. Created in September 2013, this business makes $7,827 per month in net profit, and the listing number for this site is 40832. Now, we do these interviews to give potential buyers more information about both the seller and the sites they're looking to purchase. We hope these insights are helpful for you in making a buying decision. We've got the seller with us today to go through the business and cover everything from niche selection to traffic and monetization. Thanks for coming on, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Before we dive into the questions here, just to give a quick summary of the business for everyone out there listening. As I mentioned, it was built in September 2013, has a monthly revenue of $18,187 with expenses sitting at $10,360 for a net profit of $7,827. Now that is over a 11-month average, and with the sale of the business, all images, domain, and files will be included, along with the social media accounts, which have quite a substantial following, with Facebook having 24,000 likes and the Instagram account with 7,000 followers. So with all that said, Chris, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses? Is this kind of your first business, or is this just one of many?
This is the business I started out with. It's my first one. Then under the time I had one more, but this is the baby, the first one. It started out as a school project, actually. We were testing out to sell some stuff in school, and I noticed that this kind of business runs pretty easily and is pretty good. So we got a really fast response from the buyers. So everything grew pretty fast.
Awesome. So you said it was a school project. Did you come up with the idea for this niche because you were into it, or was it something you did like competitive market research for and you found a gap that you thought you could grow in?
I'm pretty interested in fashion. This is just why I started this website. It's because it was in my interest. I liked working with it. So, I thought it was the perfect combo. School project, my hobby and everything. So that's why I chose apparel and fashion.
Nice. And kill two birds with one stone, right? That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
So for someone that is looking at this and maybe they're not familiar with e-commerce and the dropshipping business model, and maybe they're not even super familiar with online businesses, this could be one of the first ones they're really looking at to seriously invest in. Could you just briefly describe how this business makes money?
Yeah, sure. I have the website. What I do is I market it on different social media accounts, mostly Facebook. From there I get my customers. What they do is order different kind of clothing from my website. And when I get an order, it's automatically sent to the supplier in China. So all I do is accept the payment, look through the shipping information, and just with one click send it over to the supplier. When the supplier gets the order, he does all the work. All I do is I just wait for him to send it out and send me the tracking number and so on. So it's a pretty straightforward, easy kind of model. What I focus is mostly marketing and customer service. So it's not like a normal business where you have a own storage with stuff and you have to send it, pack it and everything. This is a really easy kind of a business where you don't do that kind of stuff.
As one of the beauties of dropshipping for sure, man. So with that said, like you mentioned, you're not wearing as many hats as, a traditional brick and mortar business owner would, or at least not as many hassles, right? So why are you selling the business? Why not keep it and grow it?
I'm into real estate right now. I'm starting my own real estate company, and I'm also running social media marketing company. So it's a lot at once. When the real estate company is starting to grow, I don't think I will have time for this one. So I thought it's best to maybe sell it and give somebody the opportunity to run it. Yeah. That's
a great reason to sell. We often recommend people too stretched for time and the business is still healthy, great time to sell and load off some of that mental space for you and get a nice payday, right? So it's good. Are you planning on using the money from the sale to invest into these other businesses, or are you looking to do some traveling or invest in more real estate or something along those lines?
I will invest everything in the new companies. That's the goal.
Excellent, man. Very cool. So when you first started this e-commerce business, what was the trajectory of it? Did you find that you were getting customers pretty quick, or did it take a while?
I started to get customers really quick, I would say. The first day I ran the website, I ran some marketing on Facebook. I already got 20 orders the first day.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, the market that I chose, I think it's the best one in the world, I would say. Because we don't have this kind of shops here in Scandinavia. And when I put mine online, it was a new thing. Everyone started to respond. And it was pretty easy, I would say.
So is most of your market in the Scandinavia area, or do you serve other markets too, like the rest of Europe, maybe UK or the US?
It's mostly Scandinavia, I would say 90%. Then I got some in Poland, Germany, and also maybe, 1 to 2% in the UK. But 90% Scandinavia.
Cool, so a lot of room for growth within the European market, sounds like.
Yeah, definitely.
When we break down the earning type, are you selling just, one product primarily that's making you all the money, or is it spread out over multiple products?
I have a lot of products on the website, but I market maybe 2 products per time, and that's the thing that sells the most. So the products I market may be revenue, 95% of what I make, and the rest is just the things that are on the website that are added. But I choose a product that I think will be pretty good for marketing. That's everyone's gonna want to buy it, I would say, and that's how I run it. So it's 1 product per time, maybe 2 at max.
And those are all dropship products, right? You're not sourcing any products yourself?
No, only dropshipping.
Very cool. How stable the earnings? Do you notice any seasonality at all?
Yeah, definitely. The 2-3 last months, they were record months, I'd say. I found this product that sold crazy. My revenue, it was about 10,000 normally, and the last 2 months I had 46,000 just for 1 month in revenue.
Wow, congratulations, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was a big growth. I think it's a perfect time right now when I'm selling the website. It's on its best, so you can even grow it more and more.
So what are you doing to market it right now? You mentioned Facebook and Instagram. Are you doing paid ads? Is there any organic traffic, anything else?
I run mostly paid traffic through Facebook, so I make an ad, do everything myself. I make an ad on Photoshop, maybe, put it online on Facebook, sell it for... I put $20 per day on that picture that I market on Facebook, and that gives me the revenue that I got in the last month. So I just fill it up every day with $20. The revenue grew to 46,000 in 1 month.
That's awesome. It's a good ROI.
It's a really cheap marketing strategy, and it gives a good response.
So let's pretend that you weren't going to sell this business and you wanted to keep growing it. What would you focus on to grow this business that would be the least risky path to grow the business?
The least risky path, I would just do what I'm doing right now, but in a bigger scale.
So you'd scale up your Facebook ads?
Yeah. Instead of marketing 1 or 2 products that are selling really good, I would find or get more products at the same time. So this is like the 2 last months when I revenue 46,000 in 1 month. That's just for 1 product. So let's say that I had 2 products that are selling really good, which is really easy to do. Then I would maybe revenue 80,000. Pretty simple. It's just finding the product.
What would you do if you were incredibly risky, threw caution to the wind, wanted to grow the store as quickly as possible? Would you do anything different?
I would probably add more stuff to the website. Other than that, I would just focus on the marketing on Facebook. I would maybe, instead of putting $20 in one picture, I'd put $40.
What do you think the biggest risk is for a business like this that a buyer should be aware of?
Well, the biggest risk, if you don't market as much as you need to. I mean, you have to always update the social media, and I know if you don't update it enough, the revenue will fall. I know this last year when I had 1 month that I didn't update it a lot. That's why the revenue fell a bit. But then it's just about 1 or 2 hours per day of working. You have a lot of time to do this. That's all. Not updating the social media. I think that's the only thing that's the risk here.
Well, that might answer my next question then. What kind of work are you doing on a weekly or monthly basis to maintain the earnings of the site? Is it just updating the Facebook ads, or do you have other tasks that you're performing as well?
The biggest task in running this website is taking care of the customer support. So it's about 30 to 50 mails per day. All the mails are pretty the same emails. So it's just taking care of the customers. All they ask is what's their tracking number, where is their package, and so on. It's really straightforward. Other than that, it's updating the social media, adding some new ads once and then, and updating the website with some new products. This takes me about 1 to 2 hours per day. Really simple. The emails take maybe 1 hour, and the rest is just extra.
Is there any skills or requirements you'd recommend for a buyer to have? Is there anything they need to know before they get into a niche like this?
No. Anyone.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It's a really simple website to run, and you also get help from me in the beginning. So I will explain everything and what kind of products work the best and how to market. So no, I would say anyone can do this kind of business.
Yeah, that's excellent. One of the reasons I love dropshipping is a bit of a simpler business model, but at the same time, you can make very good money with it. Obviously you're making a very healthy income as well from dropshipping. So moving to a little bit of some wrap-up questions here. Would you be willing to sign a non-compete that says, hey, look, I'm not going to go and start this same exact store right after you buy this e-commerce business from me?
Definitely. I mean, I already have my other 2 businesses.
Right. It'd be difficult for you to get back into it, right? You're trying to get out of it. So how much support would you be willing to offer to that buyer?
I wrote 30 days, but of course I can help a lot more. Till the buyer feels that, yeah, right now I can run the business, I don't need any more help, then I'm ready.
Of course, right, within reason.
Yeah, of course.
don't want your email exploding with 100 emails a day. Like, oh man, why did I tell them that? Well, cool, man. Obviously, the best case scenario here for you and for Empire Flippers is someone comes in and buys the business upfront for full list price. But would you at all be open to a split or earn-out scenario? Say, like, someone says, hey, look, I'll give you 80% down and 20% over the next 2 months after this support and training is completed. Would you be open to something like that?
Definitely. It's not a problem.
Excellent. Cool. Before I ask you my final question here, moving right along, I just wanted to give a quick summary again for everyone that's listening in of the business before I ask you the hot seat question, if you will. A quick summary of the business. Like I mentioned, it was built in September 2013, has a monthly revenue of $18,187, expenses sitting at $10,360, and a net profit of $7,827, and that is over an 11-month average. With the sell, all images, domain, and files included, along with the social media accounts, with a Facebook page that has 23,000 followers and an Instagram account with 7,000 followers. So with all that said, Chris, my final question, no pressure, is what is your best pitch in 30 seconds or less on why someone should purchase your business?
Okay. Do you want to run a business where you can do it anywhere you want to? Do you want to sit in Thailand on the beach and answer some emails? Do you want to travel the world, or maybe sit at home and just sit on your computer and do whatever you want to while you're making about 7,000 to 8,000 per month? Then this is the kind of website. And you also don't need any other skill tags to run it. So it's just straightforward. You can do it anywhere. You can grow it as much as you want to and just live the kind of a life you want to. So I would say this is my pitch.
Yeah, that's one reason I really like this business. It is what I would consider like a job-killing income for someone out there that is looking to replace their income and become, lifestyle entrepreneur or digital nomad or anything like that. It's a very, very healthy income. So that's awesome. I totally agree. Great pitch.
If you're working today, you have a job, then you can also start to run this business on your free hours. I mean, it's only 1 to 2 hours per day. So it's a good way to just, like you said, income-killing business. You can start it even if you have a job today.
Yeah, and there's no products to source because it's all drop shipping. Of course, the new owner could source those products and potentially make a higher margin. They don't have to worry about any of the fulfillment stuff or anything like that out of the gate, at least. It's really great. So for people out there listening into this, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want more information, the link will be below the video that will take you to the marketplace listing. Now, if you're watching this on the actual listing page and you want more information, you can become a depositor today. All you have to do is click the button, make a deposit, and you'll be given everything you need to review this business. So Chris, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was a pleasure. Great answers and love the pitch.
Thank you. Thank you.